what I really am is I'm a fucking philosopher. I'm a philosopher on his way to realizing his true potential, utilizing the philosophy that I have created for myself that gives me the ability to extract whatever I want from this universe. And that is the best philosophy, the one of utility and results, the one of actions, consequences. Okay? So when we talk about philosophy, if you're going to come into my circle, you're going to ask me for advice. You're going to ask me, how do I get all these women? How do I build all these off-grid compounds? How do I have all this money? How do I start all these businesses? How am I so good at guerrilla marketing and getting attention? I cannot begin to fucking teach you anything, and I will not accept teaching you anything. By the way, I don't have any course currently to sell. Okay? Unless you understand and accept my philosophy. And to do that, you have to let go of your religious idealism. You have to let go of society, which is a fucking construct and not real. You need to let go of morality, which is a delusion. Ethics, right and wrong, none of this shit exists. Okay? Everything is up for grabs. There is no right or wrong. There is only actions, consequences. Actions that you can take, and actions that have consequences that you can't take because you don't have enough power. And this is how society really works. Is people with power have the ability to take actions that don't have the consequences to them that it has to you. Okay? For example, if I have the resources to build a giant fucking multi-million-dollar apartment complex and cash flow it, I have the power to take action without consequence. You don't even have the power to begin to do that without the consequence of going broke for the rest of your life, or taking out some kind of huge loan that you're never going to get, no one's ever going to give you. So the consequence is people are going to laugh at you when you ask them to borrow money for this fucking project because you're nobody with no experience. You can't do anything. Okay, we can see more examples of this. There are people who work for and exist in the state and society who can literally disappear people. They can murder them and get away with it. Again, actions, consequences. Your freedom is the ability to act without consequence. You have no rights. Rights are a delusion. Rights aren't real. Okay? None of that's real either. If I'm the king of the land and you're a fucking peasant over in some shitty ass house somewhere, and I go over and I go, listen, your wife is mine and we're going to execute you and sell your kids to slavery, like that's just what's going to fucking happen. Because you have no power. And then what are you going to do? Sit there and go, my rights, my rights. Fuck your rights. I'm the king. Right? This is how the world really works. It's always worked this way. Okay? It still works this way. You either don't have power or you do, but there's another way around that. Okay? Because the question is, how much power do you really need to be free? I don't need to be the fucking king of the land or the top head in the upper echelon of the elites of society for me to be free, have a bunch of chicks, have a bunch of money, build a bunch of cool off-grid compounds, travel around the world and do whatever the fuck I want. What kind of power do I have to achieve that? Right? A certain level of it, but not absolute power. And we live in an age where nobody could absolutely have absolute power anymore. Like, for example, Genghis Khan did when he went around killing, raping, murdering, fucking executing people, taking them as their slaves. It's impossible to have that much power anymore because the state has become a monopoly that has industrialized violence. The moment you try to become a person like that, the whole world will crack down on you and crush you in a fucking heartbeat. There will never be another person like that to exist. Unless we become an interplanetary species, maybe. There'll be like factions and shit. But that's really far off from what we're talking about. Okay? So you need to let go of all these constructs within yourself about society. Let go of all these things: honor, pride, respect, dignity. All these things are more constructs to control you. Okay, for those of you who know about me, you know that I do adult entertainment, particularly CNC and BDSM with a whole bunch of different women who do it with me. Okay, those are one of the ways that I make money. Doing it with other women who do that too. Adult entertainment, okay? Some people are like, oh my God, your dignity. What is dignity? Dignity is worthless if I'm broke. What does that fucking mean? Okay? And the women who are making $15 million in 2 weeks on OnlyFans, like Little Tate, for example, she understands this, that her dignity, her pride, whatever the fuck it is, what kind of delusion you want to throw in her, $15 million is $15 million. None of that matters when you're a fucking millionaire. Okay? So you need to relinquish yourself from these fucking individuals who place these restrictions on you, just like I do. When I do what I do, people will say in my comments, you're this, you're that, and I'll be like, fuck you, I don't care, because I really don't give a fuck. My answer is always the same: come and fucking kill me then, if you're so upset about it, okay? Because at the end of the day, there's no price too high to pay for the freedom of being yourself, and there's no other way to be free than to be yourself and do what you want to do. But a lot of you are holding on to these fucking crutches, these constructs that literally just strap you, stop you from being free. Even honoring your father and mother, like, is a form of control. Do you realize this? Like, oh, I want to do this to make my dad proud. How about not doing things to make your dad proud or your parents proud, but doing what you want to do because you want to do it despite what your parents say or despite what your family says? How about that? Let's see what kind of things you could accomplish if you just stop giving a fuck what people think. Okay, I understand that if you have a job and you're extracting resources from somebody, like you have clients and shit, there's a game to play. Yeah, okay, cool. Put on the mask, take it off when you're done. Okay? This is a whole new way of thinking. A whole new way of being free that a lot of you are not used to. It's a whole conscious revolution within yourself, and unless that takes place, you cannot be free in this society. Because the old way of being free was, like I said, Genghis Khaning yourself, rising to a level of power to where nobody could touch you. That's not possible anymore. So you have to relinquish yourself from the constructs that have been enforced and created by the construct of society and the self-policing individuals inside of it who keep themselves free in this fucking cage, and they don't even realize it. Okay, you need to free yourself of all that shit and just do what you need to do. You will eventually create your own bubble, your own little world like I did, where nothing else that's happening in the world matters. If the whole fucking world burnt down, don't matter. I'll still be okay. Andrew Tate says this all the time, but that's actually a lie. Because he's not like me. He doesn't have all the individualist skills to do everything he needs to do without his money. His money's a superpower. If your money is worthless because society collapsed, where are you now? Well, I know where I'll be at, in one of my off-grid compounds, somewhere chilling with one of my chicks. Okay? Where will he be? Nowhere. Because his money ain't worth shit when society collapses. Okay? So this is how you have to think. From a survival standpoint, how can I create myself a little world that is resistant and impenetrable and stays out of the way of powers that want to crush you, okay? The state, don't fuck with the state. The state is a monopoly on violence. I don't want to fuck with the state. You shouldn't want to fuck with the state. That's another reason why I don't involve myself in politics, because I don't want to fuck with the state. Whatever the state does, that's on them. I stay away from them. They stay away from me. We're all good. The state isn't going to fuck with you if you're not putting your finger in their fucking cereal, okay? And why the fuck would you go inside the king's castle and put your finger in his cereal anyway? For your stupid fucking ideology. And then complain when you're thrown away or some shit at the fucking, what was it, the J20 riots or whatever the fuck that was? Yeah, well, okay, well, what do you expect if you get involved in that shit? You can expect to get fucked, okay? So, don't partake in this stupid political nonsense. Stop with the ideological bullshit. No ideology is going to get you what you want except the philosophy of utility that you develop to extract what you want out of this universe. That is the only way that you're going to get what you fucking want, okay? And this is why I call myself a demon, proper word, post-human, because I've transcended above the needs that you guys have. I don't even have the need to feel wanted, to feel belonging, to feel for somebody to love me. I don't care if nobody loves me. I don't give a fuck. Those are not the things that guide me. Okay? I don't care about any of that shit. I don't care about being liked by people. You care. When you wake up, the problem for you that's actually stopping you from doing what you're doing is you want a girl around you to love you and appreciate you. You want validation, okay? A lot of you will be like, well, why do you post all this shit, Nimbus, for validation? No, bitch. It's because you're still a slave to validation, and I'm using validation as a tool to extract resources from the internet. You keep falling for it because you're a fucking numbnut, stupid fuck, okay? I don't even want to have social media. I didn't get involved in social media until I realized I could make money off of it, all right? So here I am getting more attention, but I am sharing my philosophy. I do have a self-interest in that because it may benefit some people, and that's pretty cool, right? So I'm not going to let you in my inner circle unless you embrace the philosophy. I can't teach you shit. I can't do fucking shit for you. So all of you who are like, Nimbus, teach me this and that, you're probably a fucking dumbass who will never free yourself from this shit. You could probably never imagine waking up and all the love and validation and your meaning to exist coming from within inside you. You probably can't even imagine that. If you can't imagine sitting in a cabin by yourself for 6 months and never feeling lonely, then you're not at the level that I'm at. Okay, when I tell you that I literally don't crave anyone, I'm telling you the truth. Even all the chicks that you see me with, they're just making life more entertaining, making it more interesting. It's not that I want them or need them. They fucking need me, of course, because women will always be slaves to those needs. Because they're evolutionary hardwired to breed and have children, okay? But you as a man, you should be fucking separating yourself from these evolutionary psychological chains to feel wanted, to feel belonged, to feel loved, to feel validated. Fuck it. Become a literal fucking demon. Stop asking for permission. Take what you want. Do what you want. Go where you want. Say what you want. And don't take any sides but your own. Make sure every action you engage in is an action that's going to benefit you. Conscious egoism. Consciously make decisions from a selfish standpoint. I've always made decisions and put myself first. Always. I'm number one, which is why I'm living a free life and doing whatever the fuck I want. Sitting out here on, what is it, a Monday? I don't even know what day it is because I don't give a fuck. I don't need to. Like you, who goes to your fucking 9 to 5. Okay? I don't need any of that shit. So let this be a lesson in my personal philosophy, or how should I say, a fucking introduction, asshole. Okay? Now, that ends this chapter for this long form content. This is probably all I'll upload for this right here. I just recently did a podcast with this guy, Brud C again. If you want to listen to me more, I'll be on there. But yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm done.